The last harvest timing in the harvest timing trial just retted like quite a bit slower but more evenly, which is better. All this to say, I think it might be, there's reasons to plant hemp later rather than like going on the as soon as we can method. Yeah, one thing I noticed about this when it first started flowering, since it was responding to the shortening daylight being planted so late, is that it made male and female flowers at the same time. Usually the male flowers are a little earlier, and you'll notice in varieties that are dioecious where the male and female are separate. Oh, here's some male flowers. Yeah, you might want to check this out. These are male flower clusters. And I was just saying, usually the plants that are monoecious, which have male and female flowers on the same plant, the male flowers will come first. And these are the beginnings of some female flowers and like seed bracts. But on dioecious plants, where there's separate plants for male and female, the males will flower first, and they go through their whole life cycle a little ahead of the female flowers. And by the time the female plants are in like their fullness and producing seeds, the males will be dying at that point. And it'll be really obvious because it'll be like a stand of like these full flowerful plants mixed in with a bunch of just like standing dead twigs, and those are all the males. So this is a late planting. This is Futura 83, so it's one of the two varieties we were looking at over there. And these strips were planted on August 26th, so much significantly later than the plants over there, which were planted on May 20th. And we wanted to do a late planting that we could study for winter retting, just to see how feasible it is to plant hemp really late and then harvest it in the spring after undergoing winter retting. And there was a lot of kind of uncontrollable factors at play, like by the end of August the photoperiod is shortening, and hemp is a very photoperiod sensitive plant in general. So as soon as the days shorten, it responds by entering the next phase of its life cycle. So you notice that these plants are a lot shorter, and that's because the days were shorter as well, which triggered the plants to flower before they reached any like height that would be considered normal. And that's because they were responding to less daylight hours, and they're like, we gotta get this show on the road, must put our flowers on now. So that's why they're a lot shorter. The male and female flowers also happened at the same time instead of staggered, with male flowers happening first, which is typical in the height of the season, because they just felt really pinched by the amount of time they had to reproduce. So we got some short, late plants. They've been killed by frost, which is why they look a little bit dead, but still very green. And we're going to monitor them throughout winter and harvest them at 1 month intervals to see how they respond to winter retting compared to the stuff that was planted normally at the normal time. I think, and if we had just done 1 or 2 weeks sooner, I think we would see something really different, like just like a foot taller at least. Like, well, for processing, like machines need consistency, so all hemp is like cut to like 1 meter or 2 meter at most height, like lengths to run through the machine. So this height isn't a huge problem. Some of them, like I wish the average height was just a little bigger.